not surprised the NFL will do something like this. You know, that's how they got that political crap. They like people like they good guys and they not. But you know, Bad Bunny keep his. Where's Bad Bunny from?
He's from Puerto Rico.
Keep his Puerto Rico. You don't want to. If you don't like the U.S., keep his ass over there.
Apparently, well, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.
I know, but still, if you don't want, he don't like the U.S. I mean, don't come in before him.
Eric Dickerson, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, is showing himself and his character. And look, we've seen this go mainstream.
The last thing I want to talk to you about is because I'm about ready to do my commentary on it. But do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine. And I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist. So sure.
He's not an American artist, but
he's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
Yeah.
From Tommy Lauren to conservative media as a whole, now Eric Dickerson can be added to that list. And folks just keep slipping up.
Because it's actually terrifying. It is like bone-chilling scary how many people who live in the U.S., like U.S. citizens, that don't know what land the U.S. has. It's like, I don't know what civics class or what, is it just geography? How are we failing the youth and the elderly? Like, it's like, because it's not like you can just blame it on the kids. Grown people also don't know. It's crazy. So if you are Puerto Rican, you are a U.S. citizen, okay? And that is also why when people were upset, they were like, why can't somebody from America do the halftime show? And look. Listen to me. The people screaming that are coming from a very specific place.
It is remarkable how education in this country is so far down the tubes. Nonetheless,
A lot of people, parents are kind of up in arms because some of his content's kind of adult.
Yeah.
He talks about partying, women, this and that. You know, what do you make of that? Is that okay?
I mean, what songs don't? I mean, what about the rappers? I mean, you know, hey, like I said, I mean, I heard some stuff he said about the United States. So, you know, I'm from the U.S. I love my country. And if you don't like the United States, get your ass out here. Don't come over here.
Major barf, dude. Major. You heard it from Eric, all right? You heard it from him. If you just so much as critique this country at any time, anywhere, through your mouth, through your art, through a tweet, through a repost, through an article, you should leave. Maybe you should even get deported.
Do you think the NFL kind of puts this in place so people have conversations to make controversy? It seems like sometimes they might do that, right?
The NFL is crooked than the federal government, way crookeder than the federal government ever be. So, I mean, you know, I know the NFL is, they don't care nothing about their players, you know,
So corruption from the top.
Don't give me on
No,
that.
I know. We know that the elites all over are pretty corrupt, right? Money makes people corrupt,
Right.
would you say?
NFL is ultra corrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true. You know, Bad Bunny says something about the U.S., you know, don't come here and perform.
Yeah.
You know, don't come here. You know, stay in your country. I mean, I know Puerto Rico part of the U.S., but it's not the U.S. That's what I look at it, you know. That's what I mean, I just feel like that. You know, they get these performers and they say all this controversial stuff about the United States, like they hate the U.S. and all that kind of stuff. And if you hate the U.S., don't come here.
So there are many different ways to think about this, all right? The first is seeing what Eric Dickerson said. He had to be corrected by the TMZ reporter paparazzi person. It is quite clear at this point, through all of this discourse, that if you still go the route, which is very bigoted, that you don't agree with someone so they should stay in their country or leave the country, It's like Josh Johnson said, and I wanted to include that clip. We are failing from an education perspective. And may I say, it is intentional. They want to get rid of the Department of Education. They want to privatize education. They want private school vouchers because they want an America that only they can teach. Schools are underfunded. Teachers do the task and then realize that they can't support themselves. They have to buy school supplies for their kids. This is third world stuff. And yet we are the richest country in the world. So as I'm seeing this, all I'm thinking is who is going to be the next person, the next notable person to have this slip up? Because we have had so many already, and we will have so many more. These folks really think Puerto Ricans are not American citizens. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. I'm flabbergasted. But then the nationalism comes into play, which is also just nonsense. Hey man, you say anything bad about this country, you should leave. You should go back to your country. Since when is criticizing America anti-American? Let's go over what we're criticizing it for. Let's go over how we can improve the means and the livelihoods of Americans. If I were to say something like that, he's saying I should leave. Hey, I think billionaires need to be taxed into oblivion, and we should allocate those resources so, like I discussed, our schools are better funded. We can fight climate change. We can have high-speed rail. We can have Medicare for all. We could have roads that work. We could also have rent be decreased. People can afford a home. We shouldn't be seeing veterans houseless on the streets. Apparently, that's anti-American to say. What Eric Dickerson wants you and many others to do is go with what is happening right now. And let me just say, everyone should be entitled to say whatever they want. But to say that if you are essentially critiquing America, that you are anti-American, that is beyond stupid. I'm sorry. It just is. It just really, really, really is. And I don't know where this came from Dickerson. I haven't checked his tweets. I haven't checked his TikTok. I haven't seen any of this stuff, but it is embarrassing to say this in the year of our Lord 2025. It is so embarrassing. You're a nationalist at this point. You're a nationalist. You think trying to hold the powerful accountable and shining a light on everything that's happening is a net negative for society. Can't ride with that, man.